Hello, Sigler Stars. I've been asked a few times when am I going to share what it is that I'm doing with my data collection. So I put together this short video so that you would have it to watch whenever it is convenient for you. So data, how do I use data to help me plan intervention for my students on an individualized level? So we all do spiraling and whole group questions that we want to go back to and review, but I like to take it more individualized to make sure I'm meeting each student's specific need in the math concept areas. So the first thing when you come into my room, you will see these data charts around the room. They're based on our units. So here we have Unit 1, this was our second unit data analysis, and then we are now about to finish up Unit 3. So you see that I have my student scores that they made from the STAR test last year up under my instruction, and then the students have an opportunity to work on that same question, and we see if there's an increase or decrease in the scores, and then I look more specifically on what is it in the teaching strategy that I use, or is it the students' individualized needs. The best way for me to figure that out is to have their know which questions they missed so I can look at the questions and see why did they select the answer choice. I do that by doing this. So on this side, before I go to my planning with the math team, we look at the lessons and we see when we plan to teach the topics. Then I find the STAR question that relates to objectives taught in that topic, and I here, as it says, number 27 cannot be presented until after we have taught topic 3-2. And as we go through, we stay on track and we check it off. On the ones that do not have any questions, then we have a problem that is a multiple step problem. That is just a spiral whole class review that we throw in during their problem of the day. And they also do this not as a consequence or a grade, but they receive a ticket for the Friday prize bucket. So these are the three that we're still going to be working on because we just started topic 6. The way I track this individually is on this side. I have the question, the objective, I have my 3 blocks, and if I have tally marks, that's the students who got it correct. I don't need to focus on those students. I only write the names by the answer choices of the student who did not get the answers correct. And in the end of the day, I do my tally, and you can see the 70% here. That goes back to question number 9. So what do I do once I have all this information? It's processed and it goes into this binder, which is my intervention table time documentation. So the students receive a form. First off, let me show you how do I track that data. So I blocked out all the answers. So on here, I bring it over so you can see the side. So here's all 33 students that I provide instruction for. They're listed here in alphabetical order. Here's all the STAR questions that they have missed to this point, to today, including yesterday. So I have this individualized. And then I go and I put in the wording in student-friendly terms so that they have their objective. And now I'm listing them in their objective groups. So if I wanted to pull a table, I can pull that whole group and work with them at that one time if I wanted to do it as a small group. If I wanted to do it individualized, then I need to give them their individualized lesson. And that looks like this. So they have their name, they have what problems they missed so they can reference back to the data if they want to see how did they score according to their classmates or their peers. Then it's in student-friendly language, what they need to work on. And they have 4 chances here of dates and activities. And then on their 5th one, they test out with me to see if they need more practice on it, if we need to dig deeper into what is the problem, or if they're ready to focus on other objectives, or they're ready to not have to do the table time and can do more of an enrichment activity. When they get to this, how do they know where to find the resources where they can practice these other than my teacher table? So I do have them work at my teacher table, but they're able to go on any of these websites, and they have their own copy of this, and there's 5 copies on my board. They can go on any of these sites and type in what it is they need to work with, like ordering decimals. And then they write down if they decide to choose to go on online math learning, that's what they would write here in the spot and what day. They do think through math, I'm able to pull that up and I can add in more of these based on their think through math. And they have a copy they keep in their binder, and I have a copy that I keep. This is the way that I am able to better track that for them. So that helps me with meeting their needs. So if you wanted more specific information on how I do this, I also use an intervention book. We have the math intervention book, and there's 5 or 6 of these in your intervention kits. And so the students have pages. I have to make sure the name doesn't show. So I pull pages, and the students are at my table, and we work through this. And this counts off. They might have a worksheet, or they can do an online activity until they're completed 4. And on the 5th one, as I said, they test out with me. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I hope this helps you. I know some of you might have assessments and monitoring as your T-test go. Let me know if I can be of any more assistance. Thank you.